Welcome back, my global citizens. Happy motherfucking Saturday. Stop scrolling, listen up, and hit that follow button. Although slavery was enacted for thousands of years all across the globe, there are different types of slavery. And it's important to understand this point because when people say, you Africans sold your own people into slavery, yes, but with a different idea of what slavery actually was. There is debt slavery. There's criminal slavery. There is slavery due to conquest. There's military slavery. But indentured servitude and chattel slavery was unique to European colonizers. Indentured servitude was primarily enacted by white slaves. They had a fixed period of time in which they were enslaved to their masters, and then they were set free. But chattel slavery is when they own people like property. That slavery is unique to America, specifically for profit. They never had any intent of releasing these slaves or making them free. They were owned, their children were owned, their children were owned, and the type of brutality that was enacted against Africans that were brought over to America was particularly brutal, particularly heinous. Rapes, murders, and maiming were unique to our European colonizers. So when people tell you that slavery was the same all around the world, it was not. It was not. And in America, European colonizers enacted chattel slavery as a unique form of cruelty against their African captives. So during this Black History Month, which I say fuck Black History Month, we need to recognize that slavery was not the same around the world. So learn up, my global citizens. I love y'all. Peace.
Did you know that the price of a slave in the 1800s was equivalent to the price of a brand new car today? The African slave trade was one of the most brutal and dehumanizing practices in human history. For over 4 centuries, millions of Africans were forcibly taken from their homes and transported across the Atlantic Ocean to be sold as property in the Americas. I mean, can you imagine selling a human being like they're just a piece of furniture? It's like going to IKEA and picking up a new couch, but instead you're buying a person. It's ridiculous. However, the fight for abolition was a pivotal moment in history as people from all backgrounds united to end this inhumane practice. As we look back on this dark chapter in history, let's use it as a reminder of the power of collective action in the face of injustice. Let's continue to stand up against all forms of modern-day slavery and oppression.